Just some thoughts now from the Hill editor-in-chief, Bob Cusack, Independent Women's Forum, Hadley Heath Manning. Hadley, I'm a nerd, but I love this. What did you think?
Oh, you and me both, Neil. I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was refreshing. I thought it should be encouraging for Americans who got to watch not just President Trump, but lawmakers from both sides of the aisle, both houses of Congress, really talking about ideas and policy issues that impact the lives of American people. That is so much better than talking about the gossip of the day in Washington, D.C. And hopefully what comes from this discussion is some kind of bipartisan agreement or some kind of bipartisan deal. That would be very good for President Trump. The question is really, will Democrats have the same flexibility that he's offering here?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, Bob, how the president, because I guess he's the one who decides this, can keep the cameras rolling. It was almost as if, and I don't want to put, thoughts there that might not even be true. I like the way this is going. I want the media to see this. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, honestly, Neil, I thought that was one of President Trump's best moments. He looked very presidential. He's willing to negotiate. He wants the wall, but he's willing to do both a dreamer fix and comprehensive immigration reform. That shows a flexibility that I do think will put Dems on the defensive, that, listen, you've got a deal here.
And
I
even
think that's exactly what we want.
You're
yes.
quite right. That, look, I'm open to whatever you guys are open to. I'll support what you're doing and put my honey on the line here for this. So it was, whether deliberate or just for show, it was an indication that despite this view that I'm going to be all over the map and all that, I'm showing you I'm quite pragmatic on this.
And I think also a very different tone than we saw in 2017 with health care and tax cuts, which were very partisan fights. Here he's showing, hey, we need to get a bipartisan budget deal. And he also wants to do transportation. And he knows he needs Democrats on this. So I think this is a significant shift in the Trump presidency.
You know, when I look at stuff like this, Hadley, I think, all right, well, how long does it last? I mean, everyone's caught on camera, Republicans and Democrats alike, outlining their differences, and they're substantial on this issue, believe me. There are some who want to do something right now and wrap it all up in a package, whether it's front-loaded and separate or not. And others who say, no, they want to tie it to other things. So that is hardly resolved. But what's interesting here is the two sides' willingness, with the cameras rolling, to talk it out and not act like children.
That's right, and Senator Graham actually mentioned this, but on both sides of the aisle, there are more extreme factions that are going to make any kind of bipartisanship a struggle. And Senator Graham mentioned that you have the resistance movement, you have a lot of people on the left who, let's face it, the Democrats' main strategy in 2018 is going to be to continue to run against President Trump. They're going to point to him personally, they're going to use his agenda against him, but they're also going to run against the same guy they ran against in 2016. And so for any Democrat to cross the aisle to join with President Trump and other Republicans, that's going to make the president look good. They're going to be seen as, aiding and abetting a president with whom their party has very serious differences. And so I think that's the choice before Democrats. Are they going to put good policy and bipartisanship ahead of their campaign strategy for 2018? Or are they going to continue to be anti-Trump at every turn?
Real quickly, Bob, I've called the president on tweeting and some of this as if it really matters to people. But my point was and is, he is better than that. He has some good business skills, negotiating skills. They were on display there. And I don't know that it was a calculated bet on his part, his staff's part. Keep the tape rolling and let people see a side of the president they normally do not.
Shrewd move. And I think, Neil, Republican leaders on Capitol Hill who are worried about losing the House and potentially the Senate, they like that President Trump. They want to see a lot more of that President Trump going forward.
That is well put. Guys, I want to thank you.